don't know about you guys, but I just love it when a plan comes together. And of course I can't do that line better than Liam Neeson, who is a god. Well, he was in Clash of the Titans anyway. Anyhow, he plays Captain Hannibal Smith in the A-Team. So what's the deal with this? Well, there's a special team of US soldiers known as the A-Team. They are Smith, the muscle man B.A. Baracus, played by Quentin Rampage Jackson, who is taking on the iconic role made famous by Mr. T. You got the lunatic pilot Murdoch, who is played by District 9's Shalto Copley, and you got the James Bond of the team, Face, played by The Hangover's Bradley Cooper. They're serving in Iraq and they get framed for a crime they didn't commit, and understandably they're a bit annoyed. So with the help of CIA agent Lynch, played by Patrick Wilson, they break out of jail and go after the criminals, pursued by Lieutenant Carissa Sosa, played by Jessica Biel, who is Face's angry ex. Now first off, this is a summer movie, pure and simple. The plot, whilst pretending to be otherwise, is pretty thin. If you want intelligence with your explosions, you should probably go and see Inception. Just go and see Inception, please. It is amazing. But if you're just looking for a couple of hours of brainless popcorn munching fun, then the A-Team delivers in spades. The cast's charisma definitely helps to guide the A-Team through its somewhat rough patches. Liam Neeson, Bradley Cooper, Quentin Rampage Jackson and Shalto Copley, they're all taking on really iconic roles, and they do so with such charisma and gusto that it's difficult not to root for them. Shalto Copley in particular is brilliant. He brings this kind of puppy-like joy and enthusiasm to his role. There's one hilarious scene where he impersonates William Wallace from Braveheart, and that is just priceless. Liam Neeson brings a lot of grit and gravitas to his role, which the movie otherwise would have lacked. You're watching scenes such as the one where B.A. and Smith are debating Gandhi and his theories on peace and violence, and you realise that very few actors could have pulled off this role much better than Liam Neeson. Bradley Cooper is charming and smooth to the point of probably making quite a few guys jealous in the audience as Face. He pulls nearly every woman he sees, and it's like, come on man, give me a few tips. Quentin Rampage Jackson is the weakest out of the four, to be honest, given how his relative inexperience with acting sometimes shows in the way he mumbles his lines, the way he sometimes holds himself. He doesn't really seem sure of what to do, but he still brings a lot of enthusiasm to his role. And looking at the weight of the role, Mr. T is easily the most famous out of the A-Team, I think anyway, and just the fact that Quentin goes in there and does this role with such gusto, it's enough to keep you going, really. It's enough to overlook his slight flaws in his performance. Now, I'm guessing that most of the people in the audience are going to go to this film for the action, and for the most part it does not disappoint. It's done with such energy and such fun from those involved that it's difficult not to be swept up in it all. And plus, there's a surprising amount of invention on display here. And quite a few people cite the best action sequence as being the one where the A-Team are caught in a tank and they try and fly it. And whilst I really like that scene, I actually prefer an earlier robbery scene. It shows how the A-Team's plan coincides with their actual execution of that plan, and it's really good because it shows how the team works together, and that's why I liked it so much. Now of course there are going to be some flaws. Now there seems to be some kind of epidemic spreading amongst these filmmakers in Hollywood. No, not 3D. The shaky cam. And I'm really starting to hate the shaky cam because it ruins really good action sequences. The action in here is really enthusiastic, really cool, and it's just ruined by the shaky cam, to be honest. The energy sometimes helps to surpass this, but in the hand-to-hand combat sequences it becomes really obvious. It's really aggravating. Filmmakers just need to get this into their head. 9 times out of 10 the shaky cam does not work. It works in stuff like Cloverfield and the Bourne films, not here. Plus the finale is way too overblown. It relies too much on CGI, and this isn't Transformers, but the guys in this movie seem to cause just as much damage with some machine guns, a couple of cars and one rocket launcher. There are quite a couple more flaws. Jessica Biel doesn't need to be in this movie. Her performance isn't that good. The typical romance she has with Face is unnecessary. It slows the film down in parts. A few other flaws, but to be honest, I was having too much fun with this movie to notice. It does what it's made to do. It provides a couple of hours of loud, proud, fun, dumb summer movie making. The performances are really good. A couple I didn't mention, Patrick Wilson and Brian Bloom, they're really fun as the bad guys. There's one scene between them with a few CIA agents in a car. It's absolutely hilarious. I really like the A-Team. It's not as good as Inception or Toy Story 3, but you really shouldn't be expecting it to be that good. It's not a typically brilliant film, but as a summer movie it really knocks the ball out of the park. So I'm giving the A-Team 3.5 out of 5 stars. So that's my review for the A-Team. I'm the Unseen Movie Lover. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I'll be doing many more videos in the upcoming weeks and months, so stay tuned. See you later.